Yeah, this is a response to City of Truth91, who did a video talking about why he disliked Rom Wills. Some bullshit like that, right? And I listened to it, and one, it was all over the place, but he talked about three things I want to address. Well, first I want to say this, because I've had some subscribers say the little nigga wasn't worth the effort, but sometimes if you see like an infestation or something, like say you get a rat in your home or something, sometimes you gotta just corner the rat, cut his head off, and leave that head as an example for other rats not to fuck with you. Alright? I'm not the one, little nigga. Anyway, this motherfucker talked about three things. One, he had an issue with imprinting, what he called imprint theory. Now, I could come at this in a scholarly way, and I could, go through the trouble of listing, sexual practices around the world that really try to control the imprint, because cultures, ancient cultures going back millennia, they know about the imprint, and that's why they evolved methods to deal with it. I mean, this isn't something that Rom Wills made up. This isn't something that BGS Ibmore made up. This is a reality. Now, it's not talked about in Western culture a lot, which is why, some fools might say, oh, it's a theory, but we also don't talk about genital reflexology. We don't talk about the auric penis. We don't talk about the 5 sexual personality types. We don't talk about tantra. We don't talk about hour-long orgasms for men and women. We don't talk about seed retention. We don't talk about expanded sexual response. So just because, and this is for anybody, but just because you haven't heard something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. But the information is out there for people who want to look. Now, the basic issue he had with imprinting, really, because I read niggas very well, really didn't have anything to do with anything I was saying, or as he said, letting women off the hook. Because first of all, he made it about like letting black women off the hook. Dumbass motherfucker. That imprint thing is universal. They could tell you about it, even though they'll use different terms in Iceland, in Eskimo tribes, in the South Pacific, in Africa. In fact, they still have groups in Africa who will have men just to specifically imprint young girls. But like I said, I didn't want to really get into that, because here's the thing: people gonna believe what they want to believe, and the main issue I wanted to address with that is people believe what they experience. Men will have 3 experiences with the imprint. 1 of 3 experiences, maybe 2 of 3. One, a man may never imprint a woman. He might have sex with a woman, but he will A, not be that first person or first one among the first 3 people to imprint her. B, he will never have the energy or be man enough to break the first imprint. That's one thing. And then you have some men who might experience, they might be a part of that first imprint. Among the first 3 men to have sex with a woman. Many men might experience that even if they don't realize it. And then the third one is just breaking the goddamn imprint, or breaking the pussy. And a man will know when he broke the pussy, because that woman, she will be shuddering, she will be screaming, she will be trying to scratch his eyes out, she will be going crazy. She will have an orgasm You will feel, a man will feel that shit on his damn dick. He won't have to think about it. She will not be faking. And if he breaks it, when oxytocin is released, yeah, look that up, nigga. Look that shit up. It ain't no damn theory. The shit's right there. But the problem is you probably never experienced that, have you? Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna make this shit personal, man. You shouldn't have made that shit personal. I don't play that shit. You probably never imprinted a woman. And you probably never will break an imprint. It's that simple. So, of course, it's a theory for you. But see, other men who have actually experienced a woman's orgasm, who have experienced what happens afterwards, the devotion of a woman, the way she'll go crazy, the way she will like follow him all over the place, the way she will put up with a whole lot. You know, I found out about this video because I was watching a video that, you know, the master teacher BGS put up, you know, of Eddie Murphy. He was talking about that back in '87. And I was actually at one of those concerts. He was talking about it. And this is old. People know it. Like I said, that's why in many cultures, people work to keep a woman a virgin. That's why virgins were treasured. It wasn't just some ego thing. Because men knew. Men knew. People knew. Mothers knew. If that child had an imprint of another man, and that man that she's marrying didn't match that imprint, that was a recipe for a disaster. Now, they didn't always use that same term, but it is what it is. And if you want to get more scholarly about it, because I've known about that, the imprint, since I was young, but the specific word is something I learned about in 2007 in this very specific process. And see, here's the thing. I don't talk off the top of my head. I had time. I've coached many women. I have more women paying for my services than men. And what I would do, I would ask them their first 3 men. I wouldn't even tell them why. Then I would tell them some things. They say, "Hey, how you know?" So they didn't know what answer to give me. They just gave me honest answers. And this shit's been studied by more people. This ain't, hey, it's out there. And ultimately, like I said, if as a man, you ever experienced that shit, you ever experienced like really making a woman scream, shit, you would never do a video questioning the imprint. It wouldn't be a theory. It's some real ass shit. Trust me. I could write the book on breaking a damn pussy. I'm gonna go on, cause like I said, you were rambling in your damn video, and yeah, this is to you. I ain't gonna talk about you. I'm talking directly at you, nigga. And my thing is, if you don't like it, what the fuck you gonna do about it? Now, you talked about the 80-20 rule, right? Talking about some archaic thing. What planet you on, man? I mean, yeah, it's a generalization, but anybody with any goddamn common sense can see a small percentage of men are monopolizing the majority of women. However percentage you want to put in there. Anybody with any brains can see it. People experiencing that. You want to act like I'm promoting that shit? Like these motherfuckers can't like see what's going on themselves? Nigga, you need to stop insulting people's intelligence, man. The shit's out there, man. People see it. I mean, you got dating sites that like see it. And I mean, you know, you say it's archaic. I'm gonna read something for you, bruh. Yeah, I say I'll break out a couple books for you. First one, it's called Smart Women, Foolish Choices by Dr. Connell Cowan and Dr. Melvin Kinder. This book was first published in 1986. This was, at least to my knowledge, at least what I've seen, the earliest mention of that 80-20 thing. This might have been the origin of it, for all I know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna read what they said, because this shit ain't like some new shit or like some off the wall shit. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what they said. They say the issue, however, doesn't center on sheer numbers alone, but on the availability of desirable men. The problem for women is not only to find a man, but to find one they perceive as special. It is our belief that the difficulty today is not only that there are too few men, but that there is a shortage at the top. By top, we mean the relatively small percentage of men who are both materially successful and have attractive personalities, and are therefore universally desirable. Put another way, it seems 80% of the single women are interested in 20% of the available men. That there are more single women than men is undeniable. But what we are seeing is a real shortage of men who manage to squeeze through the narrowing filters of today's smart women's selection process. Boom. This was back in 1986. That shit is worse now, because women are freer to go for the men they want to go for. You know, the female gaze has been freed. Now you wanna pretend like, oh, it's some archaic thing and it's all of that. Nigga, you sound stupid as shit, man. And the reason you sound stupid as shit, and yeah, I'm directing this to you. I ain't gonna talk about you. I'm talking right at you. You sound stupid as shit because, like I said, you're not going out here seeing what the hell is happening. Anybody paying attention can see this. Anybody. But see, you want to be on some pretend shit. You want to have your head in the sand. But then again, maybe it's that experience thing again. You know, you want to go on pretending like whatever problems you having with women. And yeah, I know you having them, bruh. Because I know you ain't made nobody scream. Yeah, I'm making it personal. You want to act like, oh, this some universal thing. You know, that bad Rom Wills. Well, motherfuckers, shit. That shit been promoted by clinical psychologists who interviewed thousands of women. It's been promoted by many other authors before me. In fact, I don't even really say 80-20. I just say select and non-select. It's very rare I give a number because I ain't sure. I just know fewer men get the best women than the majority of men. Anybody can see that. So, I mean, Lord. And I'm going to get to something else too, right? You talked about the age of my book, Nice Guys and Players, right? Talking about I haven't updated it. I want you to think about something. And the book was published in 2000. Since 2000, what has changed about a woman's vagina? I'm going to pause on that one for a second. Think about it. What has changed? What has changed about a woman's breast? What has changed about a woman's vanity and her need for attention? What has changed? You know, in my family, I got a bunch of players, old school players. They were doing their thing since the 1920s, or at least as far as and probably before that, right? Women still respond. If you flatter a woman, she still smile. If a woman look at you, she think you cute, she's still gonna smile. She's still gonna get wet. You tell her some shit, you know, you hit her with that mouthpiece, she's still gonna smile. Hell, I just saw this one woman today. You know, I know her and stuff, cause just coming out the store, so I talked some shit to her. And she was smiling like crazy. That shit work. And it's gonna keep working because the common denominator, these women, they got a vagina. And if you want to get technical about it, the basic need of women is attention. And as long as you give them that, they're going to respond. And if you give it to them in doses, they're going to respond. And if they perceive you as being able to provide pleasure, they're going to respond. And this don't matter whether that woman's African American or she's Russian, or she's like Polynesian, A woman is a woman. Yeah, there's some cultural stuff, but at the end of the day, they respond to the same thing. So the shit is timeless. The game is timeless. I'm gonna give you another book. There's a book I want y'all to check, because I know other people listening to this. I'm gonna have a link in the description box. Swoon, Great Seducers and Why Women Love Them. It's written by a professor, Betsy Prelow, right? She wrote about ladies, men, seducers throughout history. She even went into, shamanic rites, everything. This game is ancient, man. The women haven't changed. And see, a lot of dudes, right? A lot of dudes don't seem to realize that it's like, at the end of the day, if you know how to deal with one woman, you can deal with 1,000 easily. That's all I tell you. All right? But see, I'm quite sure City of Truth, you probably read my book, didn't get anything out of it, but see, the thing is, a lot of men ain't gonna get it. You know, but it's funny though, men who are successful, because you try to say it's just for inner city guys. Nah, you know what? He's a dumbass nigga, man. Because I got dudes who are like professionals reading that joint and getting back with me. And guys who are making 6 figures, guys who are starting businesses. I've had several men who read my shit and said, you know what, Rom, you inspired me to do this. Because the book ain't just about getting women, man. It's about success in life. Women are just a part of it. But, like I said, it ain't gonna work for everybody. You know, that's cool, man. And see, I'm just in with all of this, right? If you just critique the imprinting, or the 80-20 rule, or even just critique my book, right? And just say, you know what, I don't really like it, I ain't getting, I've been cool with it. I probably would have been like, oh, okay. I don't lose sleep over it, because, like I said, my shit ain't for everybody. And I even told some men in the past, I was like, you know what, this ain't gonna work for you, bro. I don't have a problem doing that. It's not for everybody. It's for men who are really trying to like control their damn lives. And, you know, have some control. It's for men trying to be superior men. But you don't have to be there, bro. It's cool. You can do who you want to do, right? But if you just did all that, just say, you know, you didn't like it, you didn't agree with it, okay. But you gonna call my name like it's some personal shit, nigga? Nah, bro. Nah. Because that's the thing. If you were doing that shit right in front of me, man. Yeah. So, anyway, man. I'm gonna let everybody go. You know, to my subs, don't be offended. This ain't directed towards any of y'all. But like I said, sometimes you gotta set an example. And I'm just letting you know that I'm not the one, man.